Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Welcome, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. We have been off on hiatus for a little bit. We are back. Appreciate y'all tuning in. The man behind the scenes, producer James, is in the building. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fabulous.
And he's fabulous, he says, like a fabulous chain. And the man in the DF dub, straight out of the burbs of Plano, steadily rocking with, Jerry Jones at Jerry's World last night. Wes Washington in the building, sir. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Glad this temperature's gone down.
Absolutely.
Football season is in full effect. I mean, I don't know if life can get any better right now, dude. It's a good time to be alive.
And speaking of football season, we just got notified of the grotesque injury by Nick Chubb, who was tackled low and carted off the field. So, unfortunate for most. Some dodged a bullet. Me. With that being said, by trading him off in my dynasty league. So, Chubb owners, sorry. Go get your handcuff, or if you already drafted him, props to you. Big weekend of football. Fellas, we've been away for a little bit. It's been a little bit of downtime. We've had some things go on. Life has occurred for myself, so I'm kind of getting back in the saddle. Appreciate everybody having patience with us and patience with the show. But I wanted to check in real quick. James, what you been up to, man? How's life?
I've been busy, man. With sports.
Straight busy.
Sports. The kiddos started school.
Okay.
Basketball, football, and myself getting ready for that 5K I was telling you about.
Heard you got a little competition coming up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
A little bit.
You gonna be the next Iron Man, or you gonna be the Iron Man of the group? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, all right. I know some people who could train you.
All right.
Wes, what about you, man? How's life in the DF dub?
Oh man, good. Just working away. Looking to start another, get a little side project going. Find out about that Wednesday.
Okay.
Possibly me talking into maybe being a sponsor of the Paul Rodriguez Show.
Uh-oh.
But man, just living life, man. This is my favorite time of the year.
Absolutely.
Temperature goes down. It's just a different feeling in there. It's I can roll with the windows down maybe here in a couple months, a couple weeks.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm excited. Football season is here. Fantasy football did good week 1.
Yeah.
Week 2, a little up in the air still.
Still undecided, man. We're still working. We got 2 games going on right now. Not Charlotte. I don't know why I want to say Charlotte, but Carolina and the Saints going at it right now. Low scoring affair. And then, of course, right now you got Cleveland and Pittsburgh. But Wes, something I wanted to kick off the show with, which I think, we're gonna take a little bit of cue from the cap that you got on the lid rocking. Texas football is in full effect. Highest ranking since, I believe, 2009 or 2012. Ranked 3 overall in the AP poll. It is just like it says, the Associated Press Top 25. We got to talk about the Longhorns right now, man. I know they're not a favorite. Arkansas had a great time. We'll get to the Razorbacks. Tough loss this past weekend to BYU and Brigham Young in Fayetteville. But before we do that, let's get into the Longhorns. Quinn Ewers, he's for real now. I think he proved his worth against Alabama. They survived Wyoming. Wyoming was a tough out. They did take Texas Tech to the brink and pull out a victory a couple of weeks ago. But for me, Wes, looking how well and balanced Texas is coming in this year compared to last year being a little bit more heavy with Bijan and then having a little bit of ambiguity at quarterback starting the year with Casey Thompson and then moving on from him. What do you see as the strength of Texas's team right now? Is it on offense or is it their defense? And I wanted just to kind of get yours, Kep. I'm going to get my point last take, but I want to give you the floor to see what the strength for Texas is moving forward. I told a lot of fans after that Alabama game, don't tell me you're back. Win a championship, and then you can tell me you're back. Right now, you're just on your way. Floor is yours, Wes.
I mean, dude, it's a great win for Texas. Don't get me wrong, that's a great win for Texas. But is that really this Alabama team, especially at quarterback? Are they the Alabama teams of old?
Doesn't matter. They're
I think,
Alabama.
Yeah. Let me talk.
I'm trying to make sure you stay with me.
Can I talk? Can I say something?
I'm waiting.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, James, get that mute button ready. First of all, I do. This is not the same Alabama team. I don't know where they found this quarterback that they had starting against Texas, but that was some of the worst quarterbacking I've seen. That dude he's not a quarterback. He could be a great football player. He could be a great running back. I'll take him at running back in Arkansas right now. But he is not a quarterback. And I don't know, maybe Saban's starting to lose it. He's been on top for a while, and I think that Saban he's been on top for so long. He thinks he can just throw anybody out there and win.
Okay.
Like I said, dude, their quarterback is terrible. The SEC is actually pretty down this year if you look at it all around. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if Georgia is that great. Usually at this time of year, most of the SEC is undefeated. Usually, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, they're blowing people out. Right now, they're struggling to win games. I don't think it's as tough it is because it's a different story out there now. You got the NIL and you got the transfer portal, and things are changing. Saban, he can't stockpile that team where he's 3 deep at every position. Guys are, he's getting guys to go there, but if they're not playing in that first year, they're gone. So it's a great win for Texas, but I don't know if Texas, from the way they play Wyoming, I don't know if Texas is going to make that run this year, just because I can see they have slow starts, and I can see somebody along the way, Big 12, whoever, Kansas State, Texas Tech, or somebody slipping up and beating them. And I don't know if a one-team Big 12 team gets in, or a one-loss Big 12 team gets in, and I can see them losing 2 games at least. So definitely a 2-loss Big 12 team is not getting in. But, hey, for Texas fans, for the Texas team, you can compete in the SEC now. Things are changing, especially, with the NIL deal. Texas might be definitely a favorite once you start the SEC, when they get in the SEC, just because you're talking about a huge fan base with a lot of money. But so does the Aggies. I mean, the Aggies claim they got more money than Texas. But you know what? First of all, this is the Texas Rangers. This is baseball, so don't.
Right, like I said, I love the insight and the analytical ability that you're providing with the SEC. That's great. But my question to begin the segment was, what was the strength of Texas for this team moving forward? That was the question. Defense. I wanted to stay on topic. Great. And so for the defense, I agree with you. For me, I want to hone in a little bit closer, and I think it's the defensive line. That was evident last week whenever we saw them play against Alabama. They were able to stop that run game. And whenever Quinn Ewers was able to get the ball down the field over the top of the secondary for Alabama's defenders, they were able to take a lead and take that running game attack that Alabama has, that I think was their strength, away from them and put a lot of stress on Jalen Milroe, which is a 4-star recruit coming out of the class of 2021. So let's put a little bit more respect on his name than maybe not.
I said he's
but at
a
the
great
same time,
player.
great football player, 4-star QB ranking out of a lot of recruiting starts. That's a big deal. I'm sorry. That's a big deal for a lot of people.
He's not a quarterback.
That's fine. Maybe in your opinion, but people can develop. I hate to break this to you, but they can develop in becoming prominent quarterbacks. There's a lot of 0-star quarterbacks who are playing the NFL right now, Kirk Cousins. But at the same time, I just want you to be serious. Yeah, I'm dead serious about this. My whole point that I'm trying to take away about this is I don't give 2 craps about Alabama right now. Alabama is not the team they were 2 years ago, right? The SEC is weak right now, but at the same time, we play in today's game. You can only play the opponent that they put in front of you, right? And so at the same time, the Texas offense and defense, I think, is well balanced. I think their biggest strength is their defensive line. second biggest strength is the offensive line. They've had 3 years together to grow and to be a formidable team moving forward. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm not worried about the days of K-State. I'm not worried about the days of Kansas coming into Texas and surprising them. Texas Tech, everybody's going to get an L. I'm sorry. The way Texas is playing right now, unless Quinn Ewers gets hurt, there's not going to be any other team that's going to give Texas a problem this year. Not even Oklahoma.
James, record that. Make a clip.
Oh,
I want to make
please,
sure
dude.
that's
And you know what's great about that is James is really good about making clips. Hold on, I gave you your time. Go ahead, let me get my time. James is really good at making clips to go ahead and put up at the best and the worst times of each of our segments. Now, we know you have the greatest ones, but we're looking for the next one, Wes, and we're going to be excited for when that comes. So, the next time that does come, like I said, stamp it, mark it, put it in the bank whenever it needs to come back. If Texas gets an L, I'll eat that crow gladly. I've done it many times on this show. But at the same time, for me, Texas is going to be a very difficult out. I don't see anybody beating them. I think there's a lot of weaker teams above them. Absolutely, Texas is going undefeated. Texas will play in the Final Four
this year.
Absolutely. Unequivocally will happen in 2024. They will play in the Final Four. And if depending on who they get matched up with, if they don't get matched up with an SEC team, they're going to play in the championship game. If they get matched up with the Georgia, that could be a little bit different. But Georgia looked weak this week against the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Let's just let that be known.
James, clip that.
Absolutely.
Frame that little piece up right there.
The crazy thing about it is that this year, Texas plays in a weak conference, and they happen to beat their biggest opponent that they got matched with pre-conference, and they won handedly on the road. It was against an SEC team who was a powerhouse, maybe down this year. And right now, the top teams in the SEC have question marks at quarterback. I think there's probably better quarterbacks in the Big Ten and Florida State and maybe the Pac-12 right now. 2 quarterbacks out west who are doing pretty damn good things right now. One just did some big things Saturday night.
I don't know. It's kind of weird in the SEC. It seems like they're going for more athletic quarterbacks, running quarterbacks. Not a lot of throwers, it seems. But I don't know. Maybe that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, that's what happens when Texas can garner the likes of Quinn Ewers, the likes of, I don't know, Arch Manning, those kind of guys who are going to choose to go to Texas over the other teams. Why? Why would they want to go to Texas? I got an idea. I don't think Wes would like it, but there's a few quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are, under the tutelage of Steve Sarkisian. They're doing fantastic things. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Dude, but can Sarkisian get somebody to teach Worthy how to catch a ball?
He caught one against Alabama and scored a touchdown.
Is it me or is that dude's got terrible hands? No, be honest. That's not, I get you're a homer, you're a Texas fan.
I'm not a Texas fan. I'm a Texas Bobcat fan. How about them Cats? Eat them up, Cats 77-34. Saturday night victory, late night.
The UTSA the next day.
It's all right.
Next week.
Don't matter.
Hey, that's good for them. That's a big win for them.
UTSA lost to Army. That's an even more embarrassing loss right there, in my opinion.
But no, that's a huge win for Texas or Southwest Texas, Texas State, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
For them, that's probably one of their biggest wins that I can remember. I don't ever remember them being a Power 5 team.
First victory in program history against Baylor.
Yeah, so that's good for them, man. No, I don't want to down on that, dude. But it was a good win for them. But I kind of felt like after that win, UTSA was gonna come in and beat them because UTSA is a tough team, dude.
I thought GJ Kinney, I think he hampered his team a little bit. He should have let Malik Hornsby get a little loose in that game against UTSA, but they stuck with TJ Finley. They let Malik Hornsby out last night or on Saturday, excuse me. And he did some pretty good things in cleanup time. All that being cleanup times.
And Hornsby's got ridiculous speed. He's almost too fast. He scares me how fast he is. But man, isn't it great to have college football back?
Yeah, man.
I
It's
mean, of
it's
course,
it's a it's a it puts you at ease. I think for me, it puts me almost at ease.
and then of course you got your boy,
Who's that?
your idol, I guess you could say. Dion is just dominating the college football
Landscape.
media or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
He had this past weekend, he had game day and he had Fox big kickoff Sunday or whatever,
Right.
Saturday
Right.
in town on the same day. I mean, how many times has that happened?
I can't remember. I can't remember the last time that's ever happened.
Definitely the first time it's happened in Boulder.
Absolutely.
You know, he's got, and I'll be honest, dude. Colorado State blew that game. You know, Colorado State had a chance. It was a little bitter. I'm not excited about what happened to Travis Hunter. I think that was BS.
Okay.
You know, I think that was just a cheap shot to try to send a message. But I don't think you need to. I don't know, man. That's just not. You're messing with somebody's career. You know, when you do stuff like that, and
So James,
I don't think that's the right thing.
So James sent me a message in the group chat, like when that went down or later on after it went down. And my take was this. My take was it a little dirty? Yeah, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the play. And the reason I'm okay with the play is you're on the football field. Granted, the ball was already over his head. It was uncatchable. He wasn't going to make a play on it, and someone came in. And the way I feel about it is you're playing Power 5 football. If you can't take a hit after the ball's gone over your head, then why are you on the field? You're playing both ways. You seem to be this alpha. I'm okay with it. Now, could it have an impact on his career? Absolutely. Was it a little dirty? Yeah, a little bit, but I'm okay with it. But I played on the defense side of the ball, so I'm a little bit more, I guess I'm going to be a little bit more biased in that sense. But as far as Coach Sanders goes, I'm going to start calling him Coach Sanders. I'm done with Coach Prime. I'm done with Prime Time. I'm done with all of it. It's just Coach Sanders, okay? Or Mr. Sanders, or for me, I'm just going to keep it with Sanders.
Why is that?
I just think it's going to be different. Nobody else is calling him Coach Sanders. Why not? Why not us? For me, it's like everybody wants to be Hollywood. Everybody wants to go go in that lane. I'm like, he's Coach Sanders, right? Coach Prime. Everyone, Coach Prime. Okay, fine, right? But at the end of the day, that's cool. Y'all are the same age. That's cool. At the end of the day,
I'm calling Dion.
sure. At the end of the day, he's a coach, right? His last name is Sanders, Coach Sanders. So at the end of it, for me, he is a teacher. But the biggest takeaway, and this is kind of going back to what Wes was saying. Wes, you said that Colorado State kind of gave up that game. And I kind of push back on that and say, did they give it away, or did Shedeur Sanders go and make a Heisman moment by taking that game over and sheer willed his team to get into the end zone, make crucial throws, had to go 98 yards just to tie the game, and did it in a fashion that put all the eyes on him across the nation. If you happen to stay up late, which I did, the game wasn't over till about midnight Central Standard Time, which means
it was like 1:30.
Okay, so it was later than that. So if you're on the East Coast, we're talking about you're staying up to closer to 3. Okay? And so for me, you had all this attention going into that game, and then it goes into double overtime, and you had to pull the victory out. And that was, to me, 2 big plays by the tight end, but Shedeur had to get him the ball. And to me, the man keeps – and Shedeur is a man. He's 21 years old. If the man keeps playing this way, his NIL deals are going to keep going up. I hear he's pushing around $5 million now, roughly, in NIL deals, when last week it was like 2.5. And we just have more products coming out. There's more marketing coming out of Colorado. And I hate to say this, Colorado should have lost Saturday, but they pulled out the victory. So now what happens this week? Well, who are they going to play, Wes? They're going to have
USC.
No, sir, they're going to Oregon. They're going to have to play Oregon.
Oh, they're going to Oregon.
You're going to go up to Eugene. Who's the biggest provider for Oregon? Who gives them the most gear?
Nike,
right? So you're telling me that right now Dion is going to go up to Eugene, Oregon, where Nike is the biggest contributor to Oregon, and there's not going to be some kind of marketing deal coming out of that situation? He just sold $1.2 million worth of sunglasses right? There is going to be an eruption of deals coming out. Some kind of gear, maybe some kind of custom unis. There's going to be something crazy coming out. And I'm just kind of interested to see what it's going to be. There's a certain merch item I would love to have. It has nothing to do with Colorado. It has nothing to do with Coach Sanders. It has nothing to do with Shedeur. I'm just trying to get that Take Back Texas hat from, Texas Legacy Outfitters. If y'all hear me, Texas Legacy Outfitters, I need one of those white sideline caps that Coach Kenny has. Take Back Texas for my Bobcats. So just putting it out there one more time. Texas Legacy Outfitters, send your boy Cap. Get in touch with us in the comments. See if we can get that done. Everybody needs one, right? Everybody needs a Take Back Texas cap?
Sure.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's fine. Wes don't need nothing, y'all. Don't worry about him. He said he don't want it.
I got too many hats already.
That's all right. This one's pretty dope, though. It's a nice flex on the sideline. I must say. I had to say it's nice. But, yeah, I'm excited for everything. College football is going to be great. We'll get into a little bit more of the matchups coming up. In the next segment, we're probably going to get into a little bit of the NFL breakdown. The Cowboys do Cowboys things. Wes is probably going to hate on that, but that's all right. Before we do,
hate on what?
The
what
Cowboys. You love the Cowboys, right? You love hating on them.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't understand what I'm hating on.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Y'all will find out in the next segment. Give us a quick break. We're going to take about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe come back, reset. And then we'll get into week 2 of the NFL matchups. We appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Give us a few, and we'll be back. Adios. Welcome back, everybody. It is time to get into a little bit of NFL breakdown. Huge games this past week. I mean, I had a lot of fun with them. Lamar Jackson looked fantastic. The Ravens pull a victory over the lowly-looking Cincinnati Bengals right now, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with Burrow and his teams. Jamar was a little bit off. I did watch a little bit of that Packers game. I thought they had that one in the bag, James, to be really honest with you. And, of course, Desmond Ridder comes out of nowhere and just pulls out the victory. Any takeaways for that from you from that Packers game? I mean, they look good. I think Green Bay looks really good without 12 back there. Now 8, who's limping around on a bum hamstring. But no malice intended. But
not for him.
I love Aaron. Aaron's a great guy.
No, man, we need to work on our defense. Defense needs to step it up.
I thought your defense did great last week. This week, not so much.
Yeah.
It's a high-powered offense in Atlanta, though. It's a lot of firepower.
Yeah. Jordan Love's been doing pretty well, considering that he has number 1 wide receiver out.
Christian Watson.
Yeah. And
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I don't know. He's doing all right.
How you feel about the season, though? You're optimistic?
Yeah, gotta be.
Okay, but if you weren't, how you feel like I got a playoff chance?
Yes.
I think y'all do too.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the for this season for
I think we're gonna win the division.
You think you're gonna win the division?
Yeah.
You know who's not gonna win the division? The Vikings. That's who's not gonna win the division, and probably Chicago. Yeah. Unfortunately, I thought Chicago would be turning it around, and they just, fortunately, they haven't.
Yeah.
It's like Fields took a step back.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Thought he was going to take 2 forward. Thought DJ Moore would greatly improve his opportunity.
It's a dumpster fire over there.
It's tough right now. It's definitely tough. The team I want to get to, America's team, 70-10 in 2 games, outscoring their opponents. I think they have 50 unanswered points. We could be the obnoxious fans right now. Dallas played a fantastic game outside of their 5 field goals. I think week 1 they did fantastic. I have some severe thoughts about what could happen when they face a strong offensive team that has a really strong defense. But I want to hear from Wes right now. I want to know what his takeaways are from the game this past weekend. Hard to talk about a 40-0 victory over a divisional rival, so not much talking there. What'd you take away from the Jets defense?
What I took away from the Jets game is that it's a pretty good team, but once again, dude, it's like, hey, what's gonna happen in the postseason? I can't get too excited. I try not to be too negative, but once again, man, it's all fun and cute and stuff when it's week 2, but give me to a championship round, give me to a Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. But I guess the way to get there is to win games during the regular season. So defense looks great. Micah Parsons is obviously the leading candidate for the Defensive Player of the Year this year. I think Tolbert is coming along. Mm-hmm. That's a plus for the offense. With the offense, just because of the way the defense is playing, they're not really showing a lot. They're being very conservative, which I don't mind. I really don't mind it. I don't know if Pollard is that guy though. From what I'm seeing, I don't know if he's the guy. I think having Zeke around, I think helped him a lot. I don't know. He's been all right. Everybody wants to see more Deuce, but I don't know. Deuce scares me because of the size, but defensively, man, they look scary, freaking good. As for the corners, they don't have to cover long because they have such a great pass rush.
Absolutely,
you can't really get Parsons. You got to double team Parsons. You almost have to triple team some of the times. if you're not touching him within the first two steps, he's just running around you. He's I know a lot of Giants fans or whatever they're gonna say. Oh no, he's not, but he is the closest thing I've seen to Lawrence Taylor that I've seen since Lawrence Taylor. You know, he's that dominant and that fast, and just he disrupts your offense. You basically got a second and a half. If you're holding the ball 3 seconds, he's on you. If you're holding the ball 2.5 seconds, he's on you. I mean, he's that good, and it's nice when you got a good secondary, and you got other guys that can't be blocked 1-on-1. With Lawrence, I think this frees him up. He's doing a great job. You got a lot of guys coming off the bench. You got the defense looks good. Everybody's happy right now, but we got to wait until we see the real test. We got to wait to see who the 49ers, and that's the game everybody's gonna circle. Hopefully it's not a trap game playing Arizona, but that's the game that everybody wants to measure the Cowboys with. Because why? Who has knocked the Cowboys out of the playoffs the last 2 years? 49ers. Who do you think is the best team in the NFC, possibly the NFL right now, or the 49ers? I mean, who's ahead of them? Possibly the Eagles. You throw in KC just because you think of Pat Mahomes, but they haven't looked all that great. They got the best defensive player back, best offensive player back, so maybe things turn around. The Bengals, they always start off the season bad, but usually they turn it around and Burrow will get it cooking. So, it's early in the season. I'm happy to be 2-0, but I'm not too excited. I'm not, hey, 2-0.
Golf clap. I got it. Golf clap. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that is you would most folks would say you're cautiously optimistic. Okay. Fair. At the same time, this past weekend I had a lot of concerns, and my biggest concerns were when you get into the red zone, why aren't we getting touchdowns? Where's the power run game? Why did you release Ronald Jones today? Where is your third down back? Don't tell me it's going to be 5'5", 205-pound Deuce Vaughn. That's not your third down back, right?
I think he's moving to spot 2. From where they played it yesterday, he's like in spot 2, and I think
he's a great slash player. He's going to be great catching out of the backfield. But I'm sorry, he's not going to be picking up 6'3", 252-pound Roquan Smith off a middle linebacker blitz. It ain't happening. Neither is Pollard. Okay, so at the same time, you talked about the 49ers. If Fred Warner decides to go ahead and move his 6'4", 250-pound self up the middle, ain't nobody stopping those guys. I'm sorry. It's just not happening, right? Let's not forget about Bosa off the edge for San Francisco. Now, right now, I think Dallas's defense makes them the second best team in the NFC behind the 49ers, and they're going to play in Week 5 in it's not San Francisco. It's outside. I can't remember the town that they're going to be playing in right now. But they're going to have that test, right? They're going to be traveling. Dallas is going to be on the road. Are there going to be as many fans on Sunday night watching the 49ers in the stadium as the Dallas Cowboys in that same Levi Stadium? You better believe it. But right now, for me, the question is, what is your red zone efficiency in the running game? Right now, it doesn't look too great. 5 field goals off an undrafted rookie that came from a minor league. Yes, I'm calling the XFL and USFL minor leagues. To be your kicker, that's going to be your clutch guy, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't put a lot of stock in that. So at the same time, Dallas is doing phenomenal. Dallas is playing great defense, Super Bowl caliber elite defense. But right now, we all know what Dak Prescott is. He's above average, right? You got a tier 1 receiver in CD. You got a tier 1 running back in Tony Pollard, but can't block worth anything. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen right now. You better make sure Zach Martin stays healthy because he got a little nicked up Sunday. And at the same time, I haven't seen Tyler Smith play it down yet. Where's Tyler Smith?
He need him back.
So the Dallas Cowboys, for all intents and purposes, look great. They're going to be marketable. You can sell them on. You can sell them every day of the week, twice on Sunday. But right now, until they start facing high-end competition, it's not going to happen. And right now, Wes, they're not going to face an opponent until week 5 when they have to go and travel to San Francisco.
That's week 5.
They got the Cardinals this week. Week 4, they got New England at home. And then week 5, they travel Sunday night, prime time against the 49ers. And Brock Purdy is going to be looking to put something on that defense. So all I'm saying is, Micah Parsons, I hope you're well rested for that Sunday game flying across the United States, because Brock Purdy, you're gonna need to reintroduce yourself to him, because he may have forgotten who you were after last year when they go ahead and sent y'all packing 2 years in a row. Year before that, it was Garoppolo.
They had Cooks out yesterday too, right? I thought Cooks was a good addition week 1.
Can he stay healthy?
Hopefully they get him back on the field.
Yeah.
I think Turpin is a good help on that offensive side of the ball. But man, the way the offense was kind of looking, the way I think that McCarthy was thinking is that, okay, when we get in the red zone, just get a field goal.
Right.
Don't worry about, if we get a touchdown by trying to inch it closer, then we get a touchdown. But basically, don't mess up. We get a field goal. They're not going to score in the defense. I mean, even on the one touchdown the Jets scored, it was the Cowboys missed the tackle. They make that tackle.
Yeah, it was a blown coverage. But, Wes, let me ask you this. You were talking about McCarthy whenever they were getting into the red zone. I saw it this way. Let me know if you saw it the same way. Was it as if McCarthy was trying to put Dak in a position to not turn the ball over? He was trying to play so safe so that Dak wouldn't ruin it by throwing an errant pass at the wrong time inside of the red zone or on his side of the 30. Is that the way it came across to you?
Yeah, definitely. They're basically, it seems like they're treating this offense like, was it last? I guess it is last year. My memory's trash. But last year when Dak was out, you remember you saw a different kind of offense for Cooper Rush, where it's basically,
Yeah, for Cooper Rush.
It's basically an offense that is, hey, don't turn it over.
Right.
If we make a play, we make a play, type deal. But we're not going to put you in positions to turn it over, And I think that's the way it is. They're treating Dak like he's a rookie and that he's not what is he, 5-6 year vet quarterback. They're treating him like he's basically a rookie and that, hey, listen here, Rook, don't F it up.
Right.
Run the ball, take your easy dunk plays, and just basically let the defense win the game. And, hey, why not? Why not try to do that? They still scored 30 points.
Absolutely.
15. 40 the first week, 30 this week. It's not bad.
15 of it was field goals, though. Just so you know, 15 was field goals.
Hey, we had to see if this guy can kick.
I think he proved that. He missed the first extra point, though, first week, so that was a little troublesome. But anyways, getting back on topic. Any other big games that you took away from? How did you think Miami did last night against New England? What was your takeaways? I thought Miami looks phenomenal. They're very dangerous.
I mean, I heard something about that. Tua is undefeated against Belichick.
Yep, absolutely. 5 games he's undefeated.
Undefeated against Belichick. 5-0 against Belichick. That's saying a lot. Not a lot of quarterbacks have that kind of distinction, So it's great for him. But hey, everybody's kind of rooting for Tua because you felt like you don't want Tua to go out the way everybody kind of thought he was going out, where he wasn't going to be able to play because of concussion. But he's came back. He learned how to fall. So you're excited for Miami and hope they can turn it around. You kind of you're excited to see what happens in that AFC East. Look like right now, because of what happened with Aaron Rodgers, it may be a two horse battle. It may be between Miami and the Buffalo Bills. But when you're going into the season, you thought it was more of a three
Yeah.
with Aaron Rodgers, the Buffalo Bills, and Miami, because a lot of people are down on Zach Wilson. They don't think the MILF Hunter can do it. But man, you know what, dude? If you watch Hard Knocks, if you watch their interaction between the MILF Hunter and Aaron Rodgers, you saw that he was learning and he did some things and he got better. Hey, he pulled off that win week 1.
Yeah.
He got him to 1-1. I mean, with Aaron Rodgers, they still could have been 1-1. It wasn't a gimme for them to come in and beat Dallas, even though Aaron Rodgers has a great record against the Cowboys. But it's still, I mean, it's a very talented defense. So, and that offensive line is the question for the Jets. You saw it in Hard Knocks and in the preseason that was the big question mark. Could they protect Aaron Rodgers? Obviously, they could not.
Yeah.
So you never know if the who was that they lost to week 1? I forget.
Who? Say again.
Oh, wait. Who did they lose to week 1?
Who lose to? The Jets.
Oh, the Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Oh no, the Jets won against Buffalo. Who they play? So I mean, I would say the Cowboys defense is as good or maybe better than the Buffalo defense. So you never know. Even if Aaron finishes that game, wins, he comes into Dallas. The way this defense is playing in Dallas right now, who's to say that they wouldn't have lost? So to be 1-1, dude, I think you got to come off the Jets a little bit. A lot of people are basically just all over them saying, "Oh, they're done," but I don't know if they're done, dude. They got a really good defense. They got a really good receiver in Wilson. They got a really good running back in Hall. If they can get the MILF Hunter just to basically maybe play like that, where you don't turn the ball over and you manage the game, who says the Jets can't make the playoffs?
Yeah, it'll be
and
up
if
to.
They make the playoffs, and if they make the playoffs, somebody said that they will be back for the playoffs.
Somebody did say they may want to be back for the playoffs. That's right. A certain number 8 said he might want to. And it's Zach Wilson. If for all of y'all who don't know who the MILF Hunter is, that's Zach Wilson. That was number 2 overall pick in 2021, 2022.
Yeah, I mean,
2022.
There's been a lot of talk about the Jets going out and getting somebody, but I looked at it. Who are you going to go out and get that's going to be as good as what you have right now? There's nobody out there because somebody would already have them.
Absolutely.
You don't want Carson. You don't want Carson Wentz.
Nope.
Tom Brady is retired. He's done. I mean, I've heard people talking about Phillip Rivers. No. I mean, what Matty Ice? He's already in the booth, right?
Not coming out. Ice. Don't want that. There's not a whole lot of names.
I mean, Nick Foles.
No.
I still think I go with what's his name? You got Colt McCoy. No offense to Colt McCoy, but I still think I go with Zach Wilson. I mean,
they're going to have to trade. If they're going to go after anybody, they're going to have to make a trade. And you're going to have to make a trade with someone in the NFC. Nobody's going to give you a prospect from the AFC. It's just not going to happen. Not right now.
I mean, Jameis Winston.
Maybe. Possible.
I heard a lot of people talking about them trading to get your boy, Kirk Cousins.
No, for what?
But to get Kirk Cousins to the Jets. And
give what? What are you gonna give the Jets? I mean,
what are you gonna give
Vikings?
I don't know. You're gonna give draft picks, I'm guessing.
Oh, what do they need that for?
I don't know. You can give him a third round pick for Kirk Cousins and a little money.
I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to take that contract over. If I was the Jets, for what? It's just gonna hit your cap even more.
I guess yeah. No, I'm telling you what the supposed experts, these guys on ESPN on Fox.
I think it's funny that they kind of have like just outlandish takes like that. We're gonna trade for NFC's number one quarterback paired up with the number one overall or the number one receiver in the game. Okay. How's that faring out for the Vikings?
Yeah, I don't understand. You think the Vikings are starting to tank?
No.
That would be the only reason why you would trade Kirk Cousins right now is that you're looking to tank the season. If anybody's looking to tank the season, it should be the Cardinals because they want to get Caleb Williams.
That's true. I don't know if I see that happening either. Dobbs did play pretty fantastic until like the last 4 minutes of the game.
Can I ask y'all a quick question?
Absolutely.
Right now?
Go on.
You look at quarterbacks right now.
Uh-huh.
Are your top two quarterbacks right now Caleb Williams and Prime Jr.?
This is college you're talking about, right?
College, yes.
Okay.
Are your top two quarterbacks coming out of the college Caleb Williams and Prime Jr.?
No. It's not Prime Jr. It's Shedeur Sanders. Thank you very much. But no. Number one is Caleb, yes. But number two is not Shedeur. I don't even know if Shedeur is going to want to come out. And that's a whole nother topic for like a whole nother show. But yeah, I don't think Shedeur. He's going to make $10 million in NIL. Like I said, I can go off on that topic by itself. But no.
Who's playing better football right now than Prime Jr.? Yeah, I call him Prime Jr.
Shedeur. I'm going to call the man Shedeur. His mama named him Shedeur. I'm going to call him Shedeur. Okay, his name is Shedeur Sanders. But there's not, West. And if he were to come out, yes, he'd be two. But I don't think he's coming out. So
I just say he's coming out.
Okay. So are you saying just overall college football?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right. If I say we're drafting,
yeah,
you're a team.
Yes.
First team takes Caleb.
Yes.
And you need a quarterback. You're the second pick.
Yep.
Who are you taking?
Me, I'm going to take Quinn Ewers. Pro style offense. Pro style offense. Pro style receivers. Pro style offense. Okay, you can say what you want. The man, he's matured. He's gotten underweight. He's got a big arm. He can thrive in pressure situations. And he's going to play next year. And if he doesn't go out pro, which he probably will go pro. Here's a lock for you. If USC loses a game, Quinn Ewers will win the Heisman Championship, the Heisman Trophy. If USC loses a game and doesn't make the playoff, and Quinn Ewers goes undefeated, he will win the Heisman Trophy.
Man, here you go.
Okay.
Bro, are you serious right
Okay,
now?
yes, he will win the Heisman Trophy.
James, are you listening to this?
Yes.
James, I hope you're getting these clips together and you're getting all this nonsense this man is throwing out. You got to be kidding me,
No,
bro.
sir. No. I'm sorry, man.
Quinn Ewers had one good game. And now you got this dude as the second quarterback taken in the draft.
Who's above? Okay, right now, outside of Shedeur and Caleb, who's above Quinn Ewers? You say Drake May, I got a statistic right up for waiting for you. Don't you dare say Drake May.
You talking about for North Carolina?
That's right.
Yes.
Last year, Drake May had 2 double-digit turnovers in a season. Drake May in 2 weeks has 2 double-digit games with turnovers. He matched last year's stats in 2 games for picks. Interceptions is a focal point when drafting quarterbacks.
I mean, I take Bo Nix over Quinn Ewers.
Bo Nix trash, secondhand trash from Auburn. I mean, I love the dude, but no, I'm sorry. You better hope Shedeur doesn't go into Eugene and play lights out from beginning to end, because if he does and they pull an upset over Oregon, That game in USC and Boulder is going to be effing nuts. It is going to be nuts.
It's going to be every celebrity you could think of.
And some. Yeah, absolutely. You better hope Colorado doesn't win. No, it's in Boulder. Oh, yeah. It's in Boulder.
It's in Boulder. Yeah, no. It's not me that hopes Colorado doesn't win. It's basically the college football nation. I mean,
absolutely.
Because I think a lot of people are getting a little tired of it, and like you said, people you can't trust Deion to talk to your players after the game now. And Deion, you look over and Deion's got one of your players talking in his ear. You're like, oh shit, he's gone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Coach Sanders has been very vocal about how the transfer portal and NIL is now the free agency of college football, and it is. Okay, that's fine. But here's the deal: who's going to capture it? And right now, there's been two teams that I'm quite fond of who have been utilizing all of those resources, namely Colorado, and second, the Texas State Bobcats. Both teams had the two highest transfers from the portal out of all teams in college football. One had over 80 and one had over 50. And I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one's which. So say what you want all day long, but it seems like some coaches, the next wave, the future of coaching, you better be able to recruit. And I'm not talking about the kids in high school. Because if you want the kids in high school to get a fair shake, you better start opening them some more scholarship positions, because every team gets about 80 or about 50. And if they're all locked up with transfers, I'm sorry to tell you, what you going to do?
I mean, it's the same in basketball. You're looking at these teams because, guys are playing, especially when you're talking about guys that got that extra year for COVID.
Yep.
And now you're talking about the transfer portal. So, I mean, it's guys that are doing, playing 6 years of college sports.
Seven.
If I'm not mistaken, you said 7?
Yeah. Quarterback Frank Harris at UTSA, he's in his 7th year.
Jeez.
Yeah. 7.
I mean, but like you said, they can do that and they're making money.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Why not?
Why not? You want to go out and sell car insurance, go sell cars, or do you want to stay in college, take some graduate courses, make a few $100,000 and play college football? Have all your meals taken care of, all your education, all your room and board, all your meals, and make 6 figures on top of it? Sign me up.
Hey, if Quentin Ewers comes back next year to the University of Texas,
okay,
does Arch Manning stay?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because of Steve Sarkisian. That's the only reason. And do what?
Arch Manning, he can go out and start somewhere right now. I guarantee somebody give him a starting job.
He could start at Alabama right now.
James could start at Alabama right now.
I don't know about all that. He's fast enough. I'll say that. He's fast enough.
I mean, him and Bryce Young got to be the same height.
Okay, now. Put some respect on James's name, man. Put some respect on James's name. He's a little taller than Bryce Young. He's a little taller. Okay?
Is he?
A little bit.
Is he?
Not surprised. Not surprised.
You shouldn't be. 9-11. Let's get into a quick break. When we come back, we'll get off the rails a little bit, talk about a little bit of college football that we're looking forward to this week. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Mr. Ben TV. Looks like, is that me? Am I in the chat? Maybe that's me in the chat. And then some guy named John. I don't know. Shout out to all of y'all. See y'all in a bit. Give us a few. We'll be back, reload, and we'll get off the rails a little bit. Maybe talk a little UFC. Heard Valentina fought this weekend. Too bad it was a split draw. Sad. Hey Patrick, you wanna sponsor a small radio show out of Central Texas? Talk about White House, I promise. Patrick Mahomes getting new, fully 210.6 fully guaranteed deal between 2023 2026. I guess more millions off that $450 million deal for 10 years, huh? I mean, if you can get it, get it.
What's the radio show?
Radio show, podcast, video show,
Oh.
internet show, you know.
I was
something.
wondering. I was like, why are you promoting for somebody else? I thought you'd be talking about us.
I would love for us to be on the radio. We could be on the radio if we wanted to. We'll be on, what is it, like internet
hear
radio? What's up?
I hear I have the face for radio.
Me too. I don't know if you heard, but me too. we do radio, but we're not. It's cool. It's all good. I don't think it really matters what you look like any days. I've seen some people on the internet that are just saying. We ain't so bad. We ain't so bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. All right, fellas. Big slate of college ball this coming up week. We will not be here tomorrow. We want to make sure that all the dads and the moms can go see their junior high kids play Tuesday Night Lights. That's what I mean. I played Tuesday Night Lights. Tuesday Night Lights can be fun. Let's see. Let's get into the quick slate. Any big matchups that y'all can think off the top of your head? I'm really looking forward to Ole Miss and Alabama, big SEC matchup. Also, I will be in attendance at the Nevada Bobcat game, which is kicking off at 6 o'clock in San Marcos, America. What about you, Wes? Anything big that you're looking at?
I mean, of course, I'm looking at Arkansas, LSU.
Yeah, good game.
It's Arkansas. They both teams need this win. Both teams need the Golden Boot in that game. Of course, everybody's going to be watching prime time. He's taking on Oregon, going to Eugene.
That's true.
Dude, I kind of like it. I want to see what's up with UTSA and Tennessee.
After Tennessee coming off that loss to Florida this weekend, let me just put it this way. Their starting quarterback right now, UTSA's starting quarterback, is out with a lower leg foot injury. So they may be having their backup, Eddie Lee Marburger, out of Sherryland, Texas, off the RGV. So didn't look so great last week. Capable player, capable quarterback, but that LSU, that SEC speed, man. If it goes, they got to go to Tennessee, right? UTSA does.
Yeah.
It's a tough ask on the road for a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And then we do have a top 10 matchup with Ohio State at South Bend.
Notre Dame. This will be is this gonna dispel a lot of the haters for Notre Dame if they're able to pull this game out? Especially prime time, night game, South Bend.
Well, the thing is, man, Notre Dame, it seems year in, year out, they get a lot of computer love. They get ranked high without playing anybody. So a lot of people, either you love or you hate Notre Dame, So people hate Notre Dame, and they don't think that they should get that kind of respect.
Right.
And they're not in the conference. They kind of make their own schedule. But I mean, it depends on how they make that schedule that year. If they make a good schedule, you might have to respect it more. But hey,
it's almost as if you have to play the opponent that's in front of you, right? It's almost that it really doesn't matter what your schedule's like. It's just who you're going to play that year.
Here you go, man.
I'm just saying. That's what it's just trying to tie it back to the beginning of the show is, I mean, you really can't blame Notre Dame. Can't blame Texas. They're blue chips. They're legacies. They're the old guard.
It depends on who you schedule. If you're scheduling,
these schedules come out years in advance. They didn't know Quinn Ewers was going to be at Texas in 2020. They didn't know Quinn Ewers was going to. They didn't know Arch Manning was going to be there in 2019.
Can I speak?
I hope so, but I'm just talking. Let's put it in context. That's just all I'm saying.
I'm saying if you schedule top, Power 5 opponents,
Okay.
I think that's fine. That shows something. But if you're scheduling non-conference, you're scheduling, UTSA, UTEP, or Bacoots, Cookman, or whatever, Georgia State, and stuff like that. Yeah, you schedule in the Citadel, and that's all your non-conference schedule. Then that's a big deal. But I would say if you're scheduling at least one Power 5 school, and you're off, and you're out of conference schedule, I
Non-conference.
think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think you should have one cupcake, one like middle of the road mid-major, and then you should have a Power 5. I mean, you get 3 non-conference, right?
Depending on your conference, yeah.
Okay, so that's the way I think you should do it.
Okay.
Just because you don't have a preseason in college football. If you had a preseason in college football, then all your regular scheduled games should be against Power 5. But I think because no preseason, I think you need those warm-up games against a Citadel or, Texas.
Texas is a powder puff. Okay, that's cool. Tell
I'm
Arkansas
joking.
to schedule Texas and see what happens a few years ago. They won. Arkansas won a few years ago.
Hey, I guarantee you, the Arkansas-Texas rivalry will be back. People are probably excited about that.
Absolutely.
It's a kind of friendly rivalry. It's a rivalry. Of course, Texas feels like they're the better school or the, whatever. But I think it's pretty friendly rivalry. There's not a lot of bad blood. Now, once that Texas A&M rivalry starts back up,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun, but I don't know how that interaction is gonna go.
It's gonna be contentious, cantankerous almost.
I mean, who wants it more? That first one.
A&M does.
That first one.
Absolutely, A&M wants it more because why? What happened the last time they played? Texas did what? Justin Tucker walk-off field goal to win the game. And where did they do that at? In Aggieland, College Station.
Well, I figured that now that Texas did beat Alabama, it kind of changes it.
I don't think
if
so.
Texas loses to Alabama, who would their first SEC game be against? Who would their first big rivalry be? It might have been the Aggies. So that kind of would have maybe said, hey, we gotta beat up on A&M and show them that we could have came over to the SEC when you did, but we just didn't want to. It's going to be interesting to see, just because Texas is already, now that they beat Alabama, all their fans are like, oh well, there's no problem. We can come to SEC and beat them. The SEC is down this year. It's not looking as good as it has in the past. But I mean, I think that's just the way of the land right now. Is that you got the portal, you got the NIL. Maybe, I mean, the conference that's doing the best is the conference that everybody's leaving.
Absolutely.
That's the Pac-12.
Right. Absolutely. Let me say this, Wes. Let me tell you just like this. If, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if this happens, if Texas goes on a run and Texas starts doing damage in the college football playoff and just so happens to win the whole thing, I promise you the SEC conference is going to claim Texas a year before they're in that conference. They will claim Texas early, and they will claim that victory, that championship for the SEC. They will not give the Big 12 the satisfaction. They'll be like, well, they've been coming over for 2 years. They're already in our conference. I promise you that. Let Texas win it, and let Texas run through an SEC team. I promise you this. Have it be Georgia and Texas in the final, and have Texas squeak out that victory. The SEC will claim that championship. I promise you.
First of all, it's week 3, bro.
I'm just saying if.
Damn.
Did you not hear the if? Did you not hear the if?
Yeah.
If.
If was a fifth, we all be doing.
Well, walk like you talk, okay? Walk like you talk. Listen, guys, 8:29. I guess that's it. Look, see, he's already off the rails, James. What can I do?
8:29.
9:29. I apologize. See, I'm a little off the rails myself.
Man.
I'm a little
We only been talking for 30
discombobulated.
minutes.
I'm a little discombobulated, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you look it.
Man, I feel it, to be honest with you. Anything else? Anything y'all are getting into? Any takeaways from the weekend, James? Put a bow on this bad boy.
No, didn't. I mean, tired, man.
We got a lot going on, y'all. We appreciate y'all sticking with us. Wes, anything you want to give the folks before we get out of here?
Oh, nothing, man. Love your people, man. And tell them you love them
Absolutely.
when you can, and check on them and all that kind of stuff. Give them hugs and let them know you love them, man. Because
Yes, sir.
so tomorrow ain't promising none of us, man. So it's good to hear from people. I know I love it when people tell me they love me.
I love you,
Nice.
Wes.
It's a nice feeling. I love you too, bro.
That's right.
I love you, James.
He just waves. He loves you too, Wes. He's just not saying it.
No, I do love James.
No. I'm saying he does. He loves you too. I'm just saying. Maybe.
He don't act like it.
Well,
Maybe-
I think
he's
James
trying to act like
James is in training mode right now. That's what a lot of people don't know. James is in this training mode, so he's like ultra focused. So he may be a little disconnected because he's about to put a little whooping on somebody in a couple of weeks. He got some things to take care of. Because he'll be damned if he's got to wear a Cowboys jersey.
I give him his props, man, on that training for those 5Ks and stuff, man. I could never I hated, even though I was kind of built for long distance running, but I hated doing it just because it just got so boring because you're just out there running.
Yeah.
You're just running.
Yeah, I'm not built for long distance. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm built for from here to the couch. That's what I'm built for. From here to the couch.
I'm saying when I was younger, I was built for that. I was built like a Kenyan when I was younger.
Like a what?
A Kenyan.
Well, that may be your etymology, man. That may be your background.
People.
I see it.
I'm still all legs, but I'm a lot fatter.
I wouldn't say fat, but yeah, I follow what you're saying.
Well, wait.
He got that.
But
dad.
dude, I was surprised you didn't ask about my shirt today.
No, I saw your shirt. I synced it.
You saw it?
I synced it.
Oh, you just didn't want to talk about it?
No, I just I didn't want to give you the. Go and talk about it.
Well, you know who it is,
I
right?
know from The Office. Yeah, I know who it is.
George Jefferson.
Oh, that's George Jefferson. Oh no. Oh,
Yeah, it's George Jefferson.
I couldn't tell. I just saw a big forehead with a little bit of fro. I didn't know it was. Shut up, honky.
Oh man, it's George.
Man, Wes, you ain't right, man. You gonna get us kicked off all the platforms. That's a great
No,
shirt, though.
man,
That's a great shirt.
dude. I love it.
Where did you find that shirt?
I think online, Texas or not Texas. It's like $6 T-shirts or something like that.
I need to find you the Coming to America's Randy Watson.
McDowell.
No.
Oh,
Randy
yeah.
Watson when he's doing the Elvis move, he's just doing that whole. I was like, yeah, I got to get Wes that purple shirt.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. I love that shirt. I love Randy Watson shirt. McDowell. I want to get I'm looking for the Caddyshack one. I saw it, but they didn't have my size, and it says, I don't know. If you've seen Caddyshack,
Yeah.
and they're playing golf, and he's coming into the clubhouse with his nephew, and his nephew's like, I want a cheeseburger. I want a shake. No, I want 2 shots. He's like naming off all the stuff he wants. He goes, you'll get nothing and like it.
Yep, that's about
That's
Wes
what I
right
wanna
there.
hear.
About you'll get
You'll get
nothing
nothing
like it.
like it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be on a break until next Monday. Like I said, we want to make sure all the moms and dads can get out to the Tuesday night lights to see, their little ones play a little foosball. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll probably make our picks online. You can catch us on our social media. Everywhere you can find us, just search for The Paul Rodriguez Show, and you'll be able to find us on social media platforms. And if you want to follow along with our picks, check us out there. Until next week, appreciate y'all tuning in. Love yourselves. Love your neighbors. We'll see y'all next week. Adios. Appreciate y'all.
Miss you guys.